Your Monsters University Freshman Orientation Advisor, Jim Babcock.
They were going to fall. Oh my God. How's everybody doing today? All right. That was our Monsters University Marching Band, and they are on loan to us. They are the spirit of Stony Brook Marching Band under the direction of John Letty. Let's give them another big round of applause. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take you back a little ways. We are in freshman orientation, and I'm your freshman orientation advisor. You guys feel like you're in good hands? I'm going to need some more spirit from this crowd. You guys feel like you're in good hands? No, it's early. It smells like teen spirit here, doesn't it? All right. So, welcome to Monsters University. Welcome to freshman orientation. You are in good hands. By all means, I'm going to take you through this. As I look out at these sea of faces, I cannot help be reminded of the legends that have slid, stomped, and slimed through the grounds of Monsters University. And they all started right here in freshman orientation. And so today, you are going to go through orientation at Monsters University. You are going to learn about the legacy, the legend, recent accomplishments, developments, and real-life stories that make Monsters University as successful as it is. Everybody ready? Yeah. You guys want to know what we're going to do today? Yep. Yeah. You know how I'm going to find out? I got the old freshman orientation advisor. Clipboard right here. Yeah. All right, so first of all, we are going to have real-world filmmakers. We have Dan Scanlon, who is the director of Monsters University, Kori Rae, who is producer. They're going to be here to talk about the inspiration and legacy of Monsters University and talk about what's coming up in our first semester. We are also going to be talking to Executive Vice President Global Licensing with Disney Consumer Products. That's Josh Silverman. I don't know if you guys know this, but Josh is also the Dean of Business Strategy here at Monsters University. So he's going to come in and talk about a very important research and development project going on and tell you all about the new line of toys for Monsters University. Through the magic of technology, folks. You still with me? You hanging on every word? Picture? That's a keeper. Yeah. Through the magic of technology, we have our esteemed and prestigious Chancellor of Monsters University, who's going to be here today to talk about his enthusiasm for the line of toys for Monsters University. And we've got a couple more surprises that we will keep until later. So you guys ready to get started? Yes? Okay. We're going to get started, and I would like to first bring out, as I mentioned, the director and the producer of Monsters University. Please welcome. We have Dan Scanlon and Kori Rae. Welcome to the student lounge, you guys. Thank you. We were to Kedra last night. It was fantastic. So first of all, thank you for being here today. This is exciting for all of us to get to talk to you. And there's obviously humongous, great buzz about Monsters University. And I think the question that I have, and probably a lot of people in the room have, what took so long?
At Pixar, we don't make a sequel, or in this case, a prequel, unless we have a great story. And we really found one. We always loved the relationship of Mike and Sulley in the first film, and we wanted to do something that explored that a little bit more. And so college felt like the perfect setting for that.
Yeah, and so you know, college, great setting. We can all relate to college. We're in freshman orientation, but I'm wondering, what was it like creating college life in a monsters world, and did you guys draw from experiences of your own?
Well, you know,
not that you're monsters.
Right, exactly. We most of us went to college, but most of us went to art college, which isn't really real college. We did a bunch of research. We went to colleges all over the country and really tried to soak up what read as university and get that kind of vibe. And so we started designing the school based on this research. But like the first film, we always monsterize the world, and what that basically means is making things big enough to support the weight of an 800-pound monster and flying monsters. So we took those buildings and we bulked them up and made them big. And we also like to, in the monsterizing process, you can see in some of the photos, adding horns here and there, adding those little details that make it feel monstery. Sometimes even faces in the buildings. And some of those old college buildings already feel like they have faces in them, so you have to kind of really pull that out of the architecture. But again, you see some examples. So it was just such a great experience to do that research and make that world feel more original to our world.
So you didn't go to a real college? I want to hear more.
Don't tell my parents.
I know a lot of people are wondering, Monsters, Inc., great characters.
Yeah.
What characters are coming back to this film? What's the story on that?
So obviously we'll be seeing Mike and Sulley again, but we'll also be seeing from the first film Randall Boggs, who was their kind of nemesis. He was their competitor, and so we'll be seeing how they met 18-year-old Randall as well. And we'll also have a few great cameos from the first film. We'll see some people who are students and even some old characters who weren't students. But just keep watching the background.
That's right.
Always watch.
And keep watching the backgrounds. Just keep watching.
Okay.
And I'm curious. We know we're excited about the film. We hear about the characters, but as far as the story goes, without giving too much away, what can you tell us about the story?
So it is the story of Mike and Sulley meeting in college and sort of how that friendship began. Now, when Mike is one of the first people we meet, and one of the things we find out in this film that we didn't know from the first film is that Mike really wanted to be a scarer when he was 18. Here's Mike arriving at Monsters University, and meant the world to him.
With a retainer.
With a retainer. And again, scares are the big terrifying monsters that scare the kids and bring energy into the world. Well, Mike is this kind of cute, adorable monster, but he's going to prove to the world that he can do it. And so it's a Mike that is still the funny, crazy Mike we know, but he's also more focused on his goal of proving that he can do it. And at that point, we meet Sulley. Now, Sulley, again, is 18-year-old Sulley, and he is a little different than what we know. He looks like a scare. He's a big, even at 18, he's a big, terrifying monster, so he's a little cockier than what we remember. He's like a football star, and he comes from a family of great scares. So he's got a little more swagger, and he feels like this is going to be easy. And so right off the bat, with these differing philosophies, Mike and Sulley meet and kind of get head-to-head.
So they're not friends.
Not friends at all, very competitive. And as a result of this competitive nature, they end up getting kicked out of the scaring program right off the bat.
Right.
And as a result, Mike comes up with a loophole, a way to get back into the program. But unfortunately, it involves working and teaming up with Sulley. And even worse, it involves the idea of him and both of them having to team up with this team of rejected scares. So imagine the least scariest monsters in the world are on your team. And so to meet some of those characters right now, this fraternity that they become a part of, this is Don Carlton.
Dan, hold on just a second. Kori, can you keep it down? I can barely see. This is Don Carlton, and he is a mature student, returning to college to follow a dream of studying scaring, but when that doesn't work out, Don is just basically trying to learn the computers at this point.
And Don is voiced by Joel Murray.
Yep.
It's really great.
And next we have Terry and Terry. These are, that's Terry with a Y and Terry with an I.
There's Terry with the I, the one I.
Oh, yeah. They're kind of your classic bickering brothers, both wanted to be scares, didn't work out, so now Terry with an I is a dance major, and Terry with a Y is not. So I don't see a problem with that at all.
It makes it a little difficult. And Terry with an I, the younger brother, is voiced by Sean Hayes, and Terry with a Y is voiced by Dave Foley.
Yeah.
Wait, one of them, they're connected, but one of them's younger.
I wouldn't even go there.
That's, he looks younger.
Yeah.
They're monsters.
And then next we have, this is Scott Squishy Squibbles. And he's kind of your 18-year-old college student who doesn't know what he wants to be. He's undeclared, he's interested in scaring, but he doesn't quite know his future. We've always felt like he's one of those kids that's a ball of clay kind of waiting to be molded. And in his case, he's almost literally a ball of clay. And he's voiced
by Pete Sohn, who's actually a co-director at Pixar.
Yeah, he's an artist with a great voice. And then lastly, we have Art. Now, I don't really know what Art is. We kind of feel like Art is that college guy that you don't know anything about. He's like the weird guy who hangs out in his room all day, and you don't know what his past is or if he has a family. And strangely enough, he's become one of the most popular characters as a result of who is this bizarre guy?
It's fantastic.
And he is voiced by?
He is voiced by Charlie Day.
From Always Sunny, and so together they make up the Uzma Kappa fraternity. They're sort of a self-made fraternity, their headquarters being Squishy's mom's basement. So that kind of gives you an idea of the story. I don't want to tell too much more, but again, I can promise you it's a fun movie basically at the heart of it is how these guys met, how they became the great friends that they are today, and also being a college film is about self-discovery and how they kind of grew up to be who they are. But we can show one
Lastly, we
thing.
have a big surprise. You are going to be the very first audience to see our new trailer. It hasn't been anywhere. Today's its debut to you. And so this is the first real trailer for Monsters University.
And so again, I'm so excited that we can show it to you guys first, but I just asked one thing. I want other audiences to see it as a surprise too. So please, if you could not blog about it or take any photos, it'll just be our little secret.
Okay, so Dan, this is where I have to step in. So, freshman orientation advisor, first of all, top secret information, can't leave the room. If you've got a recording device, blogging device, tweeting device, give it to me. Put it in your chair, put it in your bag. But the great thing is, we also have members of our Monsters University wrestling team over here. I'm his personal trainer. And don't cross this one over here. So let's keep it inside, but this is a wonderful opportunity for you guys to see this first time. So let's take a look at this brand new trailer. First of all, I'm going to give you guys an A+ on that. I want to give you a good grade. But I want to thank you guys for being here today, sharing the experience of the movie. Love your enthusiasm. We are all looking forward to it. Now, for those of you academics out there taking note, June 21st is the day I'm looking forward to because that is opening day for the film. Right. And I wish you guys all the best. So how about another, well, actually, before you go, I have a gift for you. And there's no charge on this. Get up, guys. These are Monsters University felt pennants. That's right. Show your spirit. Wave them high in the air. Come up, Jake. Round of applause. Yeah. I give them big number 1. I'm going to give, I don't give the Monsters University foam finger to just anybody. But I'm going to give it to Kori, and I'm going to give it to Dan. How you guys doing out here? Checking in. It's a rainy New York morning, but here at Freshman Orientation, we're having fun, right? Yes! Thank you. Let me put my finger down. All right, we are going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to move over to the College of Business. Now, as I mentioned before, we have had a group of people, research and development group, who are working to conceive a brand new Monsters University inspired line of toys. So we have the expert here to tell us all about it. He is the Executive Vice President of Global Licensing from Disney Consumer Products. He's also the Dean of Business Strategies. His business card is 14 feet long. But I would like you to welcome him as we bring him into the student lounge. Please welcome Josh Silverman. Dean Silverman, how are you?
Please, and call me Josh.
I will call you Josh. And Josh, my God, you look great in that jacket.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
You look like you're about 12.
Thank you.
So there are some...
Every every time he gets me.
So you're going to share with us some advancements coming our way. Tell us all about it. What are your advancements?
Well, that's right. We've been working real hard, and so we've been working with over 125 fantastic licensees and developed over 1,000 amazing Monster University items. And today, I'm thrilled to share with you the results of Disney Consumer Products' close collaboration with Fisher-Price and Spin Master in the toy category.
So one of the cool things about freshman orientation, I think, is when students and faculty can share their firsthand stories. It's inspirational to us.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some questions for you today. And I would say, what really is in store as we look ahead from now until the film opens? What's in store for us?
Well, we've created a product collection that includes everything from action figures and vehicles to preschool and radio-controlled toys. And we have an all-new innovation segment that takes the toys to a new level, fueling boys' need for action, adventure, and fun play. And in true Disney fashion, each product helps kids recreate key moments from the film, which is important.
It is. I'm going to start asking you some hard-hitting questions, Josh. So, in the spirit of Monsters University, Discovering Learning, I understand your team was challenged to use the latest technology. And, I'm going to have to ask you this. Josh, did you succeed?
Well, Jim, we did. Some of the most unique toys in the line include Scare Off Sulley, which utilizes lifelike animatronics and sound and light detection technology to interact with kids. Next, the Roller Monsters have an innovative pop-up platform mechanism to accentuate the element of surprise. And finally, the Sulley Monster Mask has a movable mouth and eyebrows that allow kids to recreate Sulley's monster expressions.
And scare the heck out of your kids. That's what it's all about. So it sounds like you guys have thought of everything for every monster, every human to have. When can we find these? When can we buy them?
Very good question.
Thank you.
Well, starting May 10th at retailers everywhere, including Walmart, Toys R Us, Target, Amazon, the Disney Store, and more. And we'll be adding more items in the fall of 2013.
Now, how popular, the movie is going to be blockbuster, as we already saw. How popular do you think these toys are going to be, John?
Popular. Monstrously popular, Jim.
Stop it.
We have an exciting big summer release from Pixar with Monsters University. Their films have an amazing pedigree, and there's such great storytelling that we can tap into and create really great products that kids are going to love. And it doesn't hurt that every Pixar film has opened #1 at the box office. And we expect no less from Monsters University.
All right. A tremendous result from a collaborative effort. Josh, I'm going to give you an A+ too.
Thank you.
I would never fail you. And so thank you for appearing here at Freshman Orientation. I too have, a felt pennant for you to wave high into the sky as you dance around New York. Thank you for being here today.
Really excited, but don't take it from me.
I won't.
I'm about to let you hear from the Chancellor of Monsters University and our biggest toy fan.
Hi, I'm John Lasseter, Chief Creative Officer of Pixar Animation Studios, and welcome to Toy Fair, everyone. I really wish I was there with you. I love Toy Fair, as you know that. And so I'm here to give you an exclusive first look at all the Monsters University toys. Okay, first up, from Spin Master is the Sulley Monster Mask. It's 100% kid powered. What do you mean, John? Well, a kid puts it on his face and he goes, "Hey, I'm James B. Sullivan." See, it's really cool. They truly become the real Sulley. Next up, we have the Imaginext University Row Playset by Fisher-Price. This is awesome. Now, there's a scene in Monsters University where Mike Wazowski is chasing Archie, the scare pig, through the whole University Row. And you get to reenact that. So here, 1, 2, 3. I got Archie in. Isn't it great? And this is one of my favorites. This is My Scare Pal Sulley by Spin Master. Now, he's got 3 modes, and you get him started by shaking him.
The star player has just arrived.
Now watch this.
That tickles.
Okay, this is scare mode. Ready?
And that's why I'm the big monster on campus.
Isn't that awesome? This character totally comes to life. And the great animated face is one of my favorites of all the toys. This is the Toxic Race Playset. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you do a race and you flip these up and these guys will roll down and the winner pops up in the finish circle. All right, see, only one guy gets to pop up. This is the Toxic Race Playset. Hours of fun with this one for me, for John Lasseter at least. What do you think? It was cool, huh? Hope you enjoyed being the very first to see the Disney Pixar Monsters University toy collection. It's pretty exciting. All these toys. I love the toy part of my job. And so, just in a few minutes, you're going to get a chance to see all of these toys and play with them in person. I hope you have a great rest of the toy fair and pick up some free samples for me, okay? Bye!
Yes, you heard us right. That is the Toxic Waste Playset. Every kid will love that. It's like being at the Javits. Yep. Where else can you get nachos? All right. So, as John mentioned, you guys are going to get a chance to see the toys, and I know after you've seen some of those, you're going to want to pick them up, play with them, and you're going to get to do that in just a second. But right now, I would like to switch gears for a little bit. You know, when you're trying to learn something, and it's always helped to have someone around who's got first-hand experience. You know, the person who's kind of been there, done that. You know, in college, that's important. So we have someone here today that definitely has first-hand experience to share. He is the voice of Sulley in Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University. I am thrilled to be able to welcome to our student lounge, John Goodman.
Who's going out there?
All right. John, good entrance.
Thank you.
That was very nice. So you know about Monsters University. You're intimate with monsters. I'm curious.
Speaking of the girls,
So, what was it like to step back into the role of Sulley after 11 years?
well, I'll tell you, it was just like getting one of Lasseter's Hawaiian shirts as a gift. Finding it fits. It was just like finding one of your favorite old jackets and losing a bunch of weight and be able to get into it again. It was great. They took us up to the campus at Pixar for one of the first recording sessions, and everybody up there is so cool. They're way cooler than I am. I didn't fit in, which is just like college. And then where we record at Disney is such a familiar place. They got a great recording engineer named Doc, and he makes you feel at home. And it was great to be back. And then we're working with Billy again. When every once in a while we get to work together, and the energy in the room really takes off like a Saturn rocket. And it's so much fun, and it's like a family.
That's very nice. And I know Billy wanted to be here today and could not. So Sulley is obviously younger in this film, and I'm curious, as you're lending the animated voice, did you do anything with your voice to make him sound young?
What I did was I usually go to a fat guy's store to get my underwear. I went to a regular clothing store, and that helped. The rhythms of the piece, the way it was written, and doing it like a take 475 times, you just find your way. Your voice naturally goes up. It's just the way things were, and it evolved naturally.
So, the movie all about college life, were there any similarities from Sulley in college to you in college?
The fact that I didn't fit in. No, Sulley actually does fit. He goes in with a real cocky attitude. He knows he's got the world beat. It was totally opposite from my experience in college, but we both discovered fraternities at an early age, and it helped. It was the details that they've written into the script and that they've animated into the script. Everybody who's gone to college and knows a little bit about college life is going to feel right at home here. It's terrific.
And you are no stranger to doing animated voices. So you did Emperor's New Groove, you did Jungle Book 2, obviously Monsters, Inc. I'm curious, when you're doing a voice for an animated character, how does that differ than you being on screen and being fabulous like an Argo?
I know this is going to sound like I'm whining, but it's so hard. It is. You just think you'd show up and talk into a microphone, but because the camera doesn't see you suggest the character or anything like that, you have to throw everything in your body into what your voice is doing, and after quite a few times, it's exhausting. I mean, I walk out of the studio sometimes feeling like I've just been to the gym 12 times. It's exhausting. It really gets to it, and it's very rewarding too to see it.
So all you got is your voice. So
Yeah.
Everything has to project.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm curious, in terms of recording the voice and the dialogue, were you able to ad-lib anything, and if so, did it make it to the final reel?
If I did, I don't remember, but Billy is the king of the ad-libber. Billy's a great writer, and Billy's like 10 times funnier than I am, so whenever Billy would come up with something, I'd just try to hang on for dear life and go with him. And you can see the guys in back behind the glass who were recording things. But I don't know how much made it in, but...
Well, that's a good sign if you see them laughing.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of the movie. We obviously have not seen a lot of the movie. Is there a favorite scene that you can share with us?
I think it's the first time that Sulley and Mike meet. Sulley comes into Mike's room through a window looking for a pig.
Of course.
Why he's looking for a pig is a part of college life. Why not? And it's they kind of meet cute, but it's part of the pig chase. But they don't really. They're so competitive and so cocky in their own ways that Sulley just thinks things are going to happen naturally for him. He's a given. He's very entitled, and Mike is a grinder. He really wants to work. He wants to be the best, and their competitiveness it butt heads, and it's kind of funny.
All right. And you
a lot funnier than the way I explained it.
I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Thanks. I know you could be doing a lot outside. It's such a beautiful day.
Picnic in Central Park, a carriage ride, something like that. Anyway, I would like to say thank you to John for being here today. Please give him a big round. I've been giving party gifts away.
Yeah.
So we have a licensee who we think a lot of, Spin Master, and they have created a one-of-a-kind, bigger version of what they call the Roll-A-Scare Monsters from Monsters University line.
Oh.
So, I know. So what I'm going to have you do, John, is I'll go ahead and hold it, and you push that red button. And
Red button? Can everybody see that?
I think this is a great yearbook moment from Monsters University. Let's get some photos of John. Here we go. Good. All right. John Goodman, everyone. You guys, you made it through freshman orientation. I know. Before 11 o'clock. So, thank you for being here today, and you made it through freshman orientation at Monsters University. We are going to have you guys now try a skill at opening a whole new door, and that is the door to the world of toys. A lot of what you saw today and what you've heard about is right at the back of the room. We're going to have you go back there and check it all out firsthand. There are hosts back there with pennants They're going to show you how to get there. But I want to thank you for being great students. I give all of you A+, and have fun at Toy Fair. Thanks for being here.